You've heard me talk about Twitter, about the Amazon online arbitrage, the Amazon FBA community on Twitter, but I've never made an official statement on it, and I'm talking like I'm some sort of politician, whatever, or someone important. But what I'm trying to say is I've never actually said out loud that I believe that as a beginner, you should not go on Twitter, like you should not try to be a part of Amazon Twitter. And I'm going to tell you exactly why, because I think that it is going to play against you, all right? Before we actually start, first thing, I know I've seen all your emails, all your messages on Discord, all your comments on the other videos. I'm still a little bit sick, and I have a lot of work, a lot of things to do on the side. So I had a hard time, doing all this, and sorry everybody for the last 2-3 days. I will answer to everybody, as always. It's just that, I'm a little bit sick. I'm trying to get a little bit of rest, but I still have a lot of things to do every single day. So yeah, I will take care of that as soon as possible. Second thing, as you heard, we have a Discord server. Join it. You need to network. Best place to do it is on our Discord server. So join the Discord server. Third thing, I am now offering one-on-one coaching. You already know if you need a mentor to actually help you scale your Amazon business, whether you are a beginner or if you are a little bit more advanced. Click the link in the description, book a call with me so we can talk about it, all right? And we can build a plan to actually help you scale. So, as I said, I believe that as a beginner, you should stay away from Amazon Twitter, all right? Why? Because there's already a lot of beginner on the platform. And here's the thing. On Twitter, I believe that Twitter is the platform with the less friction in between, having an idea and actually broadcasting it. All right, so it's super easy to just tweet random stuff on Twitter. The thing is that there's beginners on Twitter that actually go and post some bullshit and do not get checked, and those ideas get amplified, and so it dilutes the real information, that the real knowledge that can actually help you grow. And so as a beginner, it can not only damage yourself, because you're going to believe some stuff that is just not true, and you're going to have a lot of false idea about selling on Amazon, and it's going to lead you to some mistakes, or to just just believe some stuff that is actually not true. This is the first thing. Second thing is that if you actually start doing the same thing, not only you are going to look like a clone, some people in the community are not going to like you, which do not really matter, but you never know. And you're going to dilute information as well. You're going to damage the community as well. So for that reason, I believe that, first of all, as a beginner, you should only be focused on one thing. And if you think that you absolutely need to be on Twitter to network, you can start posting content with nobody actually following you. You do not have to absolutely grow a following when you start. If you want to document, go ahead and document. Do not try to take a figure of authority. Do not try to take a place of authority when you talk about stuff, because people are going to believe you. You're going to dilute the information, and just talk about your experience about stuff that that you've tried. And it's just the way I do it on this channel most of the time. There's some stuff that I know for sure, but I always say that I do not know everything. There's guys that are way more advanced than me, that they've been selling for way longer than me. And there's some stuff that I disagree on with them, and just based on my personal experience. But Amazon is so vast that two things can be true at the same time. So, as I said, I believe that as a beginner, the mistake that a lot of you guys are doing is that you always try to look for more information to actually help you with the issue that you have, which are usually not really big issues. All right, you are always looking for more and more and more and more and more information, while the thing is actually quite simple. All right, all you need to do as a beginner is first know how to get engaged in some brands, which is super easy. All right, you just need to submit an invoice. If you do not know how to do it, I have a full playlist on the subject, because this is one of the questions that I have the most on this channel. That's the first thing. But the second thing is that you just need to be able to actually source profitable products consistently, not just one day of the week, but consistently. All right, and I have videos on that as well. The video where I talk about building a target list, it's called How to Actually Find Profitable Online Arbitrage Products to Sell on Amazon. It's one of the first videos that I've released on this channel. This is what you need to be able to do, all right? You just need to be able to find consistent profitable product constantly. All right, you do not need all the other bullshit, all the other fancy stuff, all the other fancy knowledge, all these sourcing techniques. You do not need that. You just need to start being consistent and at finding product consistently. That's it. The next thing is that you need to be able to analyze data. I have another video, one of the first videos that I released on the channel as well, on how to use Keepa to analyze data. That's all you need, all right? That's all you need when you start. You do not need to network to actually or to build an audience to build an audience to actually start networking, to learn new how to say that, to learn new crazy sourcing strategies, new markets, new niche. No, you first need to start with the basics. You do not even have the basics yet, and you want to start with the fancy stuff. Not only that, but you're gonna learn, like you're gonna listen to a lot of bullshit, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. At least one video that I make a week is based on me, like it's basically me debunking some dumb shit that I read on Twitter from beginner sellers, right? That says some dumb shit about gift cards, about like I think the last one was on gift card was like 2 weeks ago. But like most like a lot of the video ideas that I get is just me. It's just coming from some dumb tweets that I saw from people that do not even sell like 5,000 a month on Amazon, all right? That haven't even reached 6 figures on Amazon, which does not make sense. All right, which is totally dumb, like because these people actually start talking like they are the authority on a subject that they do not even know. And so, you know, it may not come, like it is probably not ill intent, but like you need to realize at one point that, you know, if you actually document your journey, you should take the stance of here's what's working, it's what has not been working for me, instead of actually, you know, trying to take a figure of authority. Same thing as I do most of the time on this channel. You know, I just document, for example, with wholesale. I do not know a lot of shit about wholesale. So whenever I talk about wholesale, I talk about what's been working and what has not been working for me. This is the stance that I take. And with a lot of things about online arbitrage as well, because I realize that I do not know everything. You know, I used to think that sourcing on Nike.com was trash. There's same thing with Walmart, same thing on other websites. But like the online arbitrage is so vast that, you know, you can have your own niche, and like if you really understand something, you can make a lot of money with it. And you know, same thing. People talk about, for example, the brand Kiehl's on Twitter, say that it's trash. It's not. I made a lot of money with that brand in the past. You know, and even big sellers say stuff like that is not necessarily true, because we all run our business a little bit differently. You know, it really depends. A lot of people say that it's not possible to have margins over 20%. I had margins close to 30% when I actually was starting with online arbitrage. My margins are way lower now. But like if you run online arbitrage by yourself, you prep yourself, you can definitely have great margins that are close to retail arbitrage if you take advantage of the right stuff and if you sit on inventory a little bit sometimes, all right? It's just so many ways to run this business, and so there's not one answer, and people come on Twitter talking like if there was only one answer to a specific issue, if there was only one way to run this business. There's not only one way to run this business. Yeah, a lot of bad ideas get amplified on Twitter, and so as a beginner, stay away from Amazon Twitter. Then once you actually know the basics, yes, go on Twitter, start talking to people, start seeing what the people that are actually doing huge stuff with like crazy numbers with online arbitrage are talking about. And I'm thinking about a few people. First of all, I'm thinking about some guy named Soros that I'm following on Twitter, and that is doing crazy numbers. I forgot, I think he's doing crazy numbers, and post a lot of interesting stuff. There's another account called Amazon Lit, which is doing also crazy numbers, that I'm following. And really go for those guys, the guys that are super high, that do not necessarily post on Twitter or that do not necessarily post on YouTube, because a lot of the guys that post on YouTube and that are on Twitter do not say anything more than what they say in their YouTube videos, you know. So I would suggest for you to actually follow the biggest account. Do not even go and follow me. I do not post shit on Twitter anyway. But what I'm trying to do is go with the guys that have, like, once you are a little bit more advanced, once you know the basics, of course. Because there's no, like, you will not be able to, it's not going to help you to learn this stuff, to learn from those guys if you do not even know the basics. You need to know the basics at least. But yeah. Go with those guys. Check those 2 accounts that I recommended. I think there's another one that I want to recommend. I forgot, some guy from the UK that is selling in the US and the UK at the same time. But try to find these accounts. Once you grow a little bit, and yeah, if you want to get involved into the discussion, get involved in the discussion. I just believe that Amazon Twitter, like online arbitrage Twitter, is corny as fuck. It's only weird guys, a lot of weirdos, and a lot of bad information as well. So I do not want to partake in that. But you can learn a lot of stuff if you follow the right people. But stay away from Amazon Twitter if you are just beginning. All right, so that was today's video. I hope it was helpful. Watch these other videos on the screen if you want to keep learning. Once again, I'm now offering one-on-one coaching, link in the description. And that's it for today's video. I hope it was helpful. Like it, do all that stuff. I'll see you tomorrow, whatever.